Hey guys, how's it going? Back today with another video. Obviously a tad different setting. It is getting absolutely beautiful here in Phoenix. So I thought, hey, let's bring the desk out and let's shoot a couple videos out here. So today's topic is going to be my number one goal as it stands in life right now, which is to live for now. That sounds basic, it may sound a little cliche, but it's something that I've personally struggled with mightily in the past and something that I continue to struggle with. So I've made it a very high priority in my life to work on it. So some background on that. As someone who is very goal oriented and driven, I'll say, I spend a lot of time working towards things. I set, different goals and things I want to achieve, and then basically go head down and bury myself, bury my head in the sand. I basically bury my head down until, I reach that. I come up for air, kind of dictate what's going to be next, and then do the exact same thing. Rinse that whole rinse and repeat cycle. So why I'm really kind of having this epiphany moment, I suppose, or I had this epiphany moment of, I kind of woke up a few months back and I was like, man, I'm 25 years old, which I know is young, but it's this almost quarter life crisis mindset that I kind of got into of, I've really spent the last 8 years of my career working in a very extreme manner. A lot of people say that they work hard. A lot of people say that they put in time and effort and stuff. And I know a lot of people do. And I'm not unique. I'm not special by any stretch of the imagination. But literally for the past 8 years, I basically, had my head down 14, 15, 16 hours a day in building my career, in going to school early on in that, and then building every second accounts. And as I said, I kind of had this wake up moment where I was like, oh my gosh, I'm 25 years old. I've put in all this time, put in all this effort. I've built everything that I have today. But what? Which is a weird thing to say, but I kind of just, okay, so I have some money. I have, I built the house. I've got, people on payroll. I've hired my brother, all of these, goals that I kind of set for myself. And now what? What do I want to do with that? And I realized, how much, and this was a big proponent of me hiring, was, me like, I don't have any time to use that money or to enjoy the house or to go sit outside. I moved here specifically for the weather. I moved out of Wisconsin and now I'm here. When am I going to go and enjoy it? And I realized how much I wasn't doing that. So almost a quarter life crisis of sorts. I like to call it, kind of that wake up call of, I've spent so much time working. I've spent the last 8 years, basically building everything that, I see before me every day. And it's tremendous. I wouldn't trade it for the world. But also kind of getting to the realization of, if 8 years from today, which will be, I'll be 33 years old, I don't want to have that same coming up for air moment and be like, okay, now my 20s are gone. I'm, I'm almost midway through my 30s and I still don't know exactly why I'm building, or I'm not enjoying, the fruits of my labor and stuff like that. And not that I want to work any less hard, not that I want to accomplish any less. I actually go in the other extreme. I want to work even harder and I want to build even more. I want to take ESA to heights that today I can't even imagine. And that's never going to change. But I want to enjoy the process more and not be so goal oriented. And as I said at the beginning, really focus on why it's my number one goal, just living for now and making sure that I'm enjoying the process of the day-to-day work. Make sure I'm very, articulated in why something is my goal and it's something that I actually want to achieve and that I have reasons for wanting to achieve it, other than just, well, it makes sense to continue growing because why not? So yeah, I guess I can kind of cut it at that. That's my number one goal as it sits right now, is to just really begin living in the moment, living for now, and enjoying each and every day. Because at the end of the day, that is what matters. Our journey is everything. And the destinations and goals and checkpoints and all of these things that we reach along the way are nothing more than blips in a radar that is our life, which is the journey. And yeah, that's what I'm trying to enjoy. And that's what I'm really trying to focus on. So I would love any kind of tips or, your stories of how you've kind of experienced this. I know it's something that a lot of people say, a lot of people talk about. As I said at the beginning, I know it's kind of a cliche, but those who truly can live within the moment and truly enjoy, and make the most of every day are truly, the people who I deem to be very, very successful. That's what I deem the definition of success to be. So if that someone is you, I'd love to hear how you kind of got to that point. And if it's not, I'd love to hear, what you're doing to kind of set yourself on that journey, because I think that is the ultimate goal for each of us, to enjoy our each and every day. So thank you so much for watching. As always, I appreciate it, and I look forward to talking with you again soon.